Hello winners, and welcome to this weekly Forex forecast for EURUSD, Pound USD, Pound Yen, Gold, USDCAD and US oil. This week we're going to go through targets, entries, stop losses and risks to every pair we're going to go through. I just want to mention my Discord channel, which is free, where we as a community talk throughout the week about everything regarding trading. It's also where my mentorship students are, so if you want to join that, links in the description below. Trading Forex is risky, not appropriate. If everyone past performance is not indicative of future results, trading Forex is high risk, high reward. That means you can lose your money faster than you can change your shirt. Then don't lose more than 1% trade. Don't lose more than 1% trade. Don't lose more than 5% a month. Do use demo trading for everything is worth. Use demo trading for years if that's needed before you should enter the market, if ever. Then I want to say that this video is only for educational purposes and does not contain any investment advice. Also, I am extremely happy for every one of you who is watching this video. Let's get to it. For EURUSD, we have an interesting week. We have take profit last week, we have entry for the month last week, and we have target for this week. Boom! Okay, awesome. Profits. Then what do you then expect next? Where are we turning lower? This at 108.60 is plan A to go lower, and this is plan B up at 109 or short of 109 in that area here. Okay, that's entry area. And then we are targeting 106.90, 106.80, that area down here. Done and dusted, that's done. So is this going to happen this week? I am not very sure because, first of all, we don't have a new low at the moment. ATM, we don't have a new low. So this one is just in the range here. We just range bound, technically. So what do we see here? Do I think that we're going to make a new low and then bumps back? Yeah, I think that. Then I need to have in my head, it doesn't need to happen today, tomorrow, this week. It can happen this 106.80 can be hit here. So that would look like more like something like that. That's possible. Or some kind of more movements before going lower. Then, so I need to be prepared for that. Okay, you need to have both plans at the same time in your head. So what are we looking for? We're looking for any kind of break, I would say, below where we are right now. So let's see. Okay, 1 hour. What do we see here? Good. So here we have 1, 2, I would say something like this. So I may want a double top. So if price comes back up again, then short. I'll be happy to do that as a plan A. Then, or if it comes back up here, then short. Then you need a reversal here before shorting. Okay, so you need a reversal before shorting. Then, can this be the entry? Yes, it can. So if it breaks below, pulls back to this low, we are still game on, because if it breaks below here and have a lower close than 108, means bearish. So we are going down to 106.80. So if you enter around 108, you still have 120 pips left to do. That's your entry. Where is your stop loss? 50 pips would be amazing. 50 pips is okay. Okay. Risks to your sell at the moment. Well, risks to sell at the moment is that this is actually the bottom. That this is a double bottom, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, so that we just goes up to take profit for the week. Then that's a bullish move that you are not taking. And when do we know that we have a bullish move? When price closes above 109.20. It's 13 here, but just above it. So when there's a close price on 1 hour above here, I'm no longer confident that this EURUSD is going lower. Okay, hands off. Let the buyers do their job. So I mentioned buyers. What will buyers do? Well, they have found a bottom at a weekly target. Sounds good to them. At support. Sounds good to them too. So they are playing by the rules. Price coming down, double bottom, higher high, higher low, boom. 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 Okay? That's what they see. So now you are really engaged. And if you get a higher high, you get your pullback, 50 pips below this structure here, below here, that would be a stop loss. Okay? Don't lose more than 1% per risk per trade. And this webinar does not contain any investment advice. Then what is the risk for EURUSD right now? Well, first of all, we have a very weak euro. We have a very big sell-off. Last week, we also breaking through the monthly target, monthly buy price, this orange line here. That means buyers couldn't hold. And if buyers can't hold, that's not positive. Well, last month, it did something of the same thing, couldn't hold. But then, as a difference to now, it went up like a rocket. Sounds like a rabbit. Well, this time around, it didn't. So it's two way different price actions around the same area, okay? Look at that. So, target for buyers is 1010. Okay, 1010. 1010-ish area. And then if we break above here 1010 people, fly me to the moon, let it shine upon the stars. I don't know what the song was, but anyways, we are breaking above here. We're going to 111. Okay? So I think, personally, my view is down, up, down to 106.80. Then we have a double bottom here. Then we can go higher. But that's my plan for this week. Pound dollar. We have some of the same thing for that's euro. So this is much more easier. I did this where was the price when I did that? I think price was maybe here. We hadn't hit the target yet when I did this arrows. So looks to me very good. So what is really this price here? That's the monthly essential. Very important resistance, was just here for some couple of seconds. Very important to hold. If this is held at 124.70, we are bearish. So what I would look for this week is a retest or some kind of price back up to maybe 124.30. Then I'm going back down to 122. And if we are going down to 122, I also believe that we're going down to 121.5, because then this becomes like a monkey trade, which I call it, where the market really stretches. And what happens when the market really stretches, it bounces back fast. So I believe this is what's going to happen. 50 pip stop loss or a stop loss above 124.70 is what you should do. Well, this is just a plan. This is just a theory. This is just what I believe will happen. So if price doesn't do what you want it to do, it just goes lower, then you need to catch the pullback to this level here. Then you can take it down to 122 or 121.5. you decide where to take profit. This is the conservative target, so sounds like a good idea, but it could go all the way down to 120.5. And if now we just become very, 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 very bearish on the pound and very strong on the dollar, let's say trade war happens or some more discussion about that, Trump increases that, we can see a breach of 121.5. Okay, but that's not really on the cards right now. So this is really the support the market is trying to play now, and that's that. I have talked too much. Okay, buyers, what do we do? What do we do? Buyers, you are just hanging on it, just hanging. I mean, you don't want price to go any lower than where it's right now. Like, this is your last, well, that's one of your last, but really, 123.80, this is really your last price. If it goes below this one, you're dead. Okay? Not dead, but target. It's not bullish anymore, or it wasn't bullish anyways, because we went from target, hitting the target, having entry for the month, going lower to take profit for the week, and it just looks a continuation. That's all, as a seller. So you're not confident, and this move up with all of this retracement is not something you would like to see. To me, it looks more like a bearish entry more than a bullish entry because of the magnitude of the retracement. So how long is the retracement? So far 618, that's just enough for you. Not so much lower than that. Okay, target was, what did I say, 125.50. Okay, let's move on. For gold, we have what I identify as a range. Top, bottom, that's done. So what are we here right now? Well, we're just range bound. And I feel like we might be tilted to higher side, but right now we are just in no man's land. There's no target. There's a target here. If you're a seller, you're like, okay, you can take it down to 1673, as you can see here. You can see that, yeah, good. 1673. That's that. That's the only trade plan I can see. You can't buy it here. And then you will look for something like this. A break above and then pull back. Trading gold right now doesn't make sense to me because it's not trending. Okay. Awesome. Pound. So there's no buys, and I'm not going to give you the buys because it's, yeah, you just need a new high and then we can readjust whatever happens at then. British pound yen, we have entry. Boom. For the market, for the month, for the week. Done. That doesn't mean it can't go lower. It just means we took profit last week. So this is clear resistance, like clear resistance. But we have taken profit for the week, for the month, so that makes it a bit more nervous about it. But nevertheless, that's the plan. We're going down to 130. 130. We're going to 130. And that seems like a good place to start buying back up again. Okay, 130 we go to. As a seller, so really this is some kind of reversal here, then new low. If you're a buyer, you don't want price to go below 131.80 here. No, 70, okay. So around here, you don't want price to go below here. Is this a reversal pattern? Not the greatest one that I've ever seen, but it's definitely a reversal. But it's back to resistance. So my plan is going back down to 130, 100. If you're a buyer, this is happening. So are you at risk selling buying in a bearish market? Well, maybe, yeah. I must say you are. It doesn't mean that it can't go higher. It's just that you need to be more cautious. When is it bullish? When it closes above 133, it's bullish again. And then if it does that, you need a pullback, then you can do it. So you have plan A down here in this area between 132, 115 and 131.70. Okay, 80. So in this area, you're looking to buy. And if it closes below here, again, the same as on pound dollar. If it closes below here, we are going lower. So 100 pips stop loss each. Enjoy your targets at 134.200 and 131 and 13100. Okay, you can see that. I can give you a price here and a price here. Done and dusted. USDCAD. I lost here this week. That was my entry, and it just went straight down. Okay, so what's happening here? That's the sell for the month. You made a double top apparently. So if you're a seller, you're like, oh, that's nice. So if price ever comes back to 140, 200, that would be a good place to sell. If you're a buyer, leave it until it makes a new high. So as a buyer, there's nothing here for you. Target for sellers is 137,800 or 138 in that area here. That means we're making a new low, and target for the month is 136.50. Just to put that out, that on. Okay, now you can see those. That's the heading right now. CAD is supposed to be strong, so I don't know it's supposed to be weak. So I don't understand why we're falling so hard so quickly. We're still in a range, but the range top was supposed to be up here and not down here. And we're coming back down to the range bottom. So for me, this is, yeah, it's support. Just use it as support. So if you're a buyer, okay, maybe if you get a reversal, then fine. Back up to 142, but you failed miserably last week to reach a target, so I wouldn't be confident in the range. So I don't trade ranges. That's that. 50 pips to 100 pips stop loss. Maybe don't trade USDCAD at the moment as I see it right now. US oil is strong like a rocket. Hasn't been able to go lower to pull back into this area before going higher. So I believe we're just going to go higher. Unless it breaks below. But it seems to me like unless it breaks below this structure here. We have different prices on different brokers. So whatever that price is for you, right here is 124.70. If that price is something else, just use that. But we have made a double top, lower low, double top, lower, not a new low. So kind of range bound, just idling around. I feel like we're tilted to the higher side, and we're going back up to this top here at 129 on this broker. I don't know what's in yours, but yeah. And then eventually we are targeting back up to 135, 134-ish. So technical analysis, this top, then that top. Whatever that is for you on your prices. Okay, sounds amazing for me. Thank you guys for joining in today. I've had an awesome time, and will also hope you have had an awesome time. Please leave a comment below, leave a like, and comment what you learned from this video. Sounds awesome. Have a great one. Don't risk money you cannot afford to lose.